Elara lived a quiet life. It was a life painted in soft colors, much like the canvases she carried through her village. The village itself was a small, gentle place, tucked away beside a calm lake. Cobblestone paths wound between cottages with thatched roofs, and neighbors greeted each other with simple nods and quiet smiles. Elara was known to them all. They saw her as the girl who spoke through her paintbrush, capturing the world in a way they could not. She was a piece of the village's peaceful rhythm, a familiar sight as she walked towards the water's edge each morning, her easel held carefully in her arms. Her days were a gentle routine, a pattern of solace and creation that seemed as constant as the rising sun. Her favorite place was under the great willow tree. Its long green branches swept down, almost touching the surface of the lake. It was like a curtain, creating a private world just for her. Here, the light was different. It filtered through the leaves, dappling the ground in shifting patterns of gold and green. Elara felt the tree understood her. It was an old and silent friend. She would set up her easel, mix her paints, and begin to work. She painted the lake as it changed from misty gray at dawn to sparkling blue at noon. She painted the ducks that glided across its surface and the wildflowers that grew along its bank. The willow tree was her sanctuary, a place where time slowed down, and the only thing that mattered was the color on her brush. The villagers loved her paintings. They would often stop by her small cottage to see her latest work. "You capture the soul of the lake, Elara," old Mr. Gable would say, his voice full of warmth. They saw the sunlight, the water, and the wind in her brushstrokes. But Elara always felt something was missing from her art. When they praised her, she would offer a small, shy smile and shake her head. "Thank you," she would whisper, "but I cannot paint everything." They would ask what she meant, their faces full of kind curiosity. She found it hard to explain the empty space she felt on her canvases, a feeling she could not yet name or understand. One day, Mrs. Gable, who owned the small village bakery, looked closely at a painting of a sunset over the water. "It is beautiful, my dear, truly, but you have never painted people in love." Elara looked down at her hands, stained with flecks of blue and yellow paint. "That is because I cannot," she said softly. "I do not know how to paint love. I have seen it in the village in the way husbands and wives look at each other, but I have nenever felt it. I cannot paint what I do not understand." It was a simple truth, one she had accepted long ago. Her art was a reflection